Chapter 6 Synchronization 3. I left my room in the middle of the night with the handgun rattling uncomfortably in my pocket. I headed towards the shooting range, a dome-shaped building consisting of 20 training rooms located east of Dorm 1. The targets were oddly distributed around the sharpshooter because magic arrows could easily change their trajectory. Rank 934, Kim Ha-jin, confirmed. An unfamiliar robotic voice called my name when I held my smartwatch against the entrance. Indeed, my name had changed from Kim Chundong to Kim Ha-jin. I walked inside feeling a bit odd. 10 doors evenly stood apart past the wide circular lobby. I held up my smartwatch against a door. Rank 934, Kim Ha-jin, confirmed. It opened to a simple shooting range. The center of this circular 130 square meter area contained a scaffolding for the shooter. I walked towards the low scaffolding and stood on it. A courteous robotic voice rang out from the ceiling. Initializing targets. Please select the number of targets. You may choose between 2 and 20. 10. Quote, my voice rang out and blue insects popped up from the ground. I looked at the targets surrounding me, mole crickets that could barely be considered monsters. They were similar to the mole crickets everyone knew, but bigger. Select your difficulty from stage 1 to stage 9. Higher levels naturally meant targets moved faster. At stage 9, targets also attacked. Their attacks would only sting at best, but I still considered them dangerous. Stage 4. Quote, I set the difficulty to 4 and loaded my magic bullets. It would have been possible to compress magic power into bullets, but the current me didn't have such talents. Even if I did, using a bow would be much more destructive and efficient. Start. Quote, I notified the system and aimed at the leftmost target. The slow mole cricket seemed to notice as it sped up. It scuttled around without a set pattern, but I could see an afterimage of its future path. I pulled the trigger after predicting its movements. A blue flare shot out from the barrel. It didn't make a loud bang like the guns from Earth. The bullet silently pierced the mole cricket. I didn't even bother to check the results. I moved on to the next target as I fired. My hand moved on its own. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10. I pulled the trigger 10 times as the mole cricket scattered into mana particles. Only 2 survived. Oh ho. Quote, I was quite impressed. I managed to hit every mole cricket except the farthest 2 after gaining my gift. Your training has ended. Elapsed time, 1. 37 seconds. Sharpshooting score, 81 hundredths. In just 1. 37 seconds. This is pretty fun. Quote, an eternal truth. The better you are at something, the more fun it is. It was fun because you were good. I felt like I was at the arcades and shouted start once more. An eternal truth. No matter how fun something is, doing it 20 times makes it boring. I ended my shooting practice at around 3 a.m. After leaving the room, I relaxed my sore finger and heard a noise from next door. Whoosh whoosh whoosh, the faint sound of shockwaves from arrows cutting through the air. Curious, I snuck a peek. I shouldn't have been able to see, but I saw through the door. It turned faint and the interior revealed itself. The scene I saw showed why bows were superior to guns. It's Chai Nyan. Quote, Chai Nyan practiced with a serious face. 4 magic arrows sat on her bow. She still lacked magic power technique, so she couldn't perform a split shot that multiplied a single arrow into different directions. Whoosh, Chai Nyan released the bowstring. Her arrows left a blue trace as they hurled towards 20 targets and obliterated them. Amazing. Quote, I exclaimed in shock. Still, Chai Nyan's real aptitude wasn't for bows. Another weapon suited her more, but just what kind of a setting did I make if she was already this good? Suddenly, Chai Nyan turned around and met my eyes. She couldn't see through the wall, but I still felt strange and quickly escaped. Sharpshooting training has increased your gift's proficiency by 3%. Repeated sharpshooting training has increased your gift's proficiency by 2.9%. Luck has been applied. Your perception and speed have increased by 0.1. Repeated sharpshooting training has increased your gift's proficiency by 2.8%. The above messages appeared on my laptop. Master Sharpshooter's proficiency shot up along with bonus stats from my luck. I gained 50% in Proficiency Express thanks to the gift's low grade. Achieving grade 9 didn't seem too difficult. Hollow right pointing triangle, Master Sharpshooter, low intermediate rank, Spirit attribute, evolving, grade 10 Proficiency Express 50% Master Sharpshooter's training, familiarity with all long-ranged weapons, 1,000-mile eyes, can see far away and somewhat predict a target's movement path. Bullet time. Only in combat and once every 24 hours, you may spend 3 seconds in bullet time. This gift seemed better the more I thought about it, especially how it applied to every long-ranged weapon. It was easier to currently raise my proficiency with a gun, but I would have to switch eventually since bows were stronger. But what's up with the SP? You have obtained 0.2 SP. You have obtained 0.2 SP. An auspicious gift. You have obtained 1 bonus SP. You have obtained 0.2 SP. I only obtained 5 SP after practicing for 20 rounds. Choosing a gun as my main weapon gave me 64 SP, which meant standing out gave more SP than quietly training. Tisk. Quote, I only received a small amount, but I still had uses for it. Our dreaded combat training would take place tomorrow. I needed to make up for my lacking physical abilities to score even the fewest points. My biggest problem was stamina. I was weaker than an ordinary person after investing everything into luck. Training sneakers, specially crafted sneakers, will increase stamina and speed by 0.3 points. Maybe with this, the easiest way to fix my problem was with equipment. I began to tap on the keyboard. Mystical training sneakers, specially crafted sneakers with a mystical power, will increase stamina and speed by 0.3 points. Will enhance energy and stamina recovery. You do not have enough SP. Closing square bracket. The modification I made was cancelled without any adjustments. I wasn't too surprised. After all, I only had 5 SP, but it was still too early to give up. Mystical training sneakers, specially crafted sneakers with a mystical power, will increase stamina and speed by 0.3 points. When activated, energy and stamina recovery is enhanced for 1 hour. After use, this effect cannot be used again for 24 hours. This effect disappears after 1 month. I added 3 restrictions to save SP. A 24-hour cooldown, a 1-hour duration, and its effect would disappear after 1 month. You have used 5 SP. Would you like to save? Oh, it worked. I ecstatically hit the enter key and a blue light flashed from the laptop. The dancing light melted into the sneakers, and a streak of color was branded onto the white sneakers.